Welcome back to Coffee and the Tea. So glad you decided to stop by to see what your girl is talking about today. What I am sipping on, which would be my coffee, and what I am spilling, and that would be the tea of today. And that would be we're going to talk about Megan the Stallion, and she did a concert down in Tampa this weekend, and she got kind of upset, and we'll talk about why. And we're going to talk about J Lo. She was out and about all weekend. She was out with her daughter, she was out with a friend, and just wearing her ring and letting everybody know, hey, I might not be married tomorrow, I might not be married next week, but I'm married right now, and here's my ring to prove it. So J Lo was out showing her ring this weekend, and we're gonna talk about that. And then of course we're gonna do our stupid people doing stupid things segment that I do in every coffee and the tea. Uh, so let's get started with Meg the Stallion. Meg was down in Tampa, and a lot of fans recorded her. She got real emotional because Megan feel like it's a lot of people coming for her for no reason. It's this AI video out now. I don't know if y'all heard about it, but they used her image and made an explicit video and put it on the internet. And that was, Meg said she is tired of people coming for her like that. And can you blame her? Can you? I don't think so. They even came for Meg. Meg's mother has passed away. I think it's been a minute, but it's hard to be in this world without a mother. I don't have one. My mom is passed, so I know. And see, Meg is young, way younger than me. And it's hard for me. So I can imagine a young woman out in this world without your mom, and then somebody gonna come for her, you know. And if you know the incident I'm talking about, because I'm not even gonna discuss it because it's disgusting to me. But they even stooped that low coming for her. And I love Megan the Stallion. I love Meg. I call her Meg because in my head we are friends. We are here. I love her because she owns who she is. She owns it. She's a hard worker. She's always working. She just want to live her life, do what she loves, and just, mind her business. But people just continue to come after her for no reason that I can see. And if it's a reason, please leave me a comment telling me, educate me, because I don't know why they come at her like that. And they be doing that low gutter stuff towards her, like coming at her dead mom. And see when Megan first came into the industry, you know, she had problems with her contract, people trying to take advantage of her, but she continued to work hard, she continued to move forward, and she continued to be successful in spite of it. And I love that about her. But they continue to want to come with her with this gutter crap. And now they got this video out of her image doing explicit things, trying to shame her about something that she didn't even do, something you made up. It's some dude or somebody out there decided to use AI and use her image and make this video, put it out in the world to shame her for no reason. What woman would be upset about that? Megan is a woman. She owns her sexuality. She owns who she is. And if she had done that, any of that video is about, she would have owned that too. But she didn't do it. It's somebody just made up that and decided to put it into the world. And she said that she don't understand why people want to try to hurt her like that. And I get it. I mean, come on now. This is ridiculous. Using AI to hurt someone, and I don't care what woman it is. No woman wants something like that to be out in the internet and they didn't do anything. Somebody just stole your image, used your image, and made your image, in this. It's like somebody just stealing your face, your image, and putting it in a porn video. What woman would be cool with that? What man would be cool with that? And she has had enough of it. So she definitely indicates in the article that she gonna come for them, through court. And I hope she does. Because they did the same thing with Cardi B. They just kept poking her, poking her, poking her. And then Cardi B came back and won a $4 million judgment. And whoever this person is who did this, I hope Megan not only takes everything that you got, your children, your children's children, your children's children, nobody ever have money again because this is ridiculous. You're going along in your life, trying to live your life the best you can, and then some person takes liberty with your image, makes a video of your image doing explicit things and putting it out in the internet. Who would be cool with that? And who deserves that? Leave her alone. All I can say is, Megan, when you find out who did it, make sure we find out too, your fans, because we want to drag them. And I tell you what, I am going to be in on the dragging. Okay? I am going to put on my pajamas, put on my fluffy shoes, get me some popcorn, get my computer, and drag and drag and drag and drag them because they deserve it. Leave her alone. All right, moving on. We're going to talk about Miss J-Lo. Miss J-Lo was out and about with her daughter and a friend. She was out during the day. I think that was Friday. And then Saturday, she was out for dinner with a friend. And she had a ring on full display, letting us know that she may not be married. She may not be married a month from now. She may not be married a year from now. She may not be married a month from now. She may not be married a week from now, but she married right now. She wearing them rings. All right, J-Lo. I hear you. I hear you, girl. But I'm gonna tell you the truth. I am not gonna put all the blame. If this marriage fail, if J-Lo and Ben Affleck eventually ends up getting a divorce, I am not gonna blame J-Lo 100% for the failure of that marriage. Cause have y'all saw Ben Affleck and the way he acts? I mean, every time you see him, he look like he looks like a bum. He got on ratty tennis shoes, his pants hanging on his butt. He got the same faded t-shirt. It looks like, he got it out of the dirty clothes pile, and unshaven, unkempt, looked like he hadn't had a haircut in a good month, solid month or so. What's going on with him? Everybody wants to be down on J Lo, but what's going on with him? Now, I am not a J Lo fan. Don't get me wrong, because when they were doing all that dragging and roasting her on TikTok, I was right there. My For You page was filled up with the posts, and I was right there. Now, I did not make a post. Now, I didn't join in the dragging. I only reserve that for people like this person who's doing this to me, the stallion. But I definitely was in there looking at all the posts. So I am not a J-Lo fan, but um and I don't even know enough about being Affleck to even say I'm a fan or supporter or have any kind of feelings towards him. I saw some of his movies and stuff like that, but he does not have a great track record when it comes to marriage. Now they always be talking about J-Lo doesn't have a great track record when it comes to marriage, but he doesn't either. And did you hear what he said about Jen Garner, his ex-wife, when he hooked back up with J Lo? He was talking about that, that marriage was a mistake. All kinds of old nigga stuff he was saying. He sure was. And now he's saying that this whole thing with Jennifer Lopez was a fever dream. I mean, come on now. Now let me just say allegedly he said that. That's what the internet streets are saying, that he said that it was a fever dream and he's over it. I know one thing, he over at Brentwood in a whole different house away from her. She has had a tough year, but I can't say it's undeserving, because if you saw some of the posts of people posting about their experience in meeting her, and Tommy, what is his name? He was on In Living Color with her, and he told the story of how she treated him. Tommy Davidson, and he told the story of how she treated him. After she became more famous than him, because he was a cast member and she was a fly girl on In Living Color. And at the time, he said they had the same manager, Benny Medina, and Benny would encourage him to go over and say hello. They were doing some project, and she was in her dressing room. And Tommy, after some conversation and you know consistent, Benny Medina being insisted upon him going and saying hello to her, saying that she would love to see him and all that kind of stuff. Tommy Davidson finally went over there and went into her dressing room, and she treated him so cold. He said she was eating and she looked up and gave him like two and three word responses. So that can I now that he was on Club Shay Shay, so you can go to that interview at Shannon Sharp's Club Shay Shay. You can go there and see that interview yourself, and the words are coming out of his mouth. So this is not allegedly. This is words coming out of his mouth. I saw that interview. So she is not the warmest person in the world, and a lot of what's going on with her is not undeserved. But you know, blaming her for this marriage, you know, dissolving may be a stretch because he is not a warm and fuzzy person himself. He had, when he was with Jen Garner, he had alcohol. I don't know if he still has it. I don't know that if what's going on in their marriage. Nobody knows what's going on in their marriage. But I know he admitted to having a alcohol problem and having a gambling problem when he was with her, and that's one of some of the things that uh, broke their marriage up. And then he wanted to blame it on her because he didn't, he really didn't wasn't invested in the marriage, or he didn't love her like that. He went into her like that. I think, and he wanted to blame his behavior on her. That's being Affleck. So all of this is not on J Lo. J Lo, yeah, she's not the best person in the world, but Ben Affleck isn't either. So J Lo is delusional, all right, and Ben Affleck is just depressed, moody, has all these other issues, and when you put that together, how is a marriage gonna survive that? And it's not all her fault. Do I think this marriage is gonna make it? I don't. I don't. At first, I'm telling you, I thought that it was all a stunt. It was all PR. But then I started seeing the reports on TMZ about him having them moved out and moved to a house in Brentwood. But one thing about him too, he's not all that. I mean, Jennifer does too much with the weddings and all that flashy stuff and whatever. And he don't want to have nothing to do with that. And she had him in the documentary, the movie, and everything, and he clearly did not want to be in there. I mean, you watch it. I saw the clips. He clearly did not want to be there. She did that. She just do too much. And that just turns him off. So, and then he is like he is. So I feel bad for her. I feel bad for him. Anytime a marriage break up, I feel bad about it. Like I said, I love love, so it's hard to see love break up. But and boy, J Lo's track record, woof. But you can't blame her. You cannot blame A Rod on her. He cheated, so she had to get rid of him. I don't know what happened with the rest of them. She done had a few. I feel bad for her. I can't help it. I feel bad for J Lo. I can't. Oh, what's happening here? The more I go through it, the more I feel sad for her. Oh my God. Let me move on because I have started to feel bad for J Lo. All right, let's go to stupid people do stupid things. Please, let's go because I started feeling sorry for J Lo. All right, where is our stupid people do stupid things? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? We're gonna make it pretty quick. Stupid people do stupid things. When I find it, oh, okay. This is kind of, I know that you heard about this story about this man. He almost decapitates his mother, and set her body afire because they was fighting over the PlayStation. Now here's a picture of him. What does that tell you? What that tell you? Where he lives, down in the basement, down in the basement of his mama's house. let's read a little bit about it. This is the update on it, and because it happened a little while back, but stupid people doing stupid stuff. Now you're gonna kill your mother over a PlayStation, and now you're going to prison and never will play PlayStation again. I mean, not a genius, is it? We're not dealing with geniuses, but he wouldn't be on stupid people do stupid things if he was a genius, would he? All right, let's read it. Man who stabs mother 22 times, nearly decapitates her, and sets her body on fire in a fight over the PlayStation is sentenced. I mean, he was pissed, wasn't he? He stabbed her 22 times, almost decapitated her, and then set her body on fire. He was pissed. What did she do? Erase his games? Oh my goodness. Um, you have torn our family apart, said one family member, while the judge called the crime one of the most brutal murders he has ever seen. A New Hampshire man convicted of murdering his mother in a grisly fashion after an alleged fight over the volume. She didn't even erase the game. It was the volume of his PlayStation was sentenced to serious time behind bars this week. Thomas Humphrey, and I showed you the picture of him, 47, 47, 47, was sentenced to 40 years to life in prison for a second-degree murder of Linda Tuff, his 70-year-old mother. He was also given a consecutive suspended sentence of 5 to 10 years for arson after pleading guilty to both charges on Tuesday. The gruesome murders took place on December 4th, 2023. So that was just last year. Who was who let's see, okay, December 4th, 2023, while Humphrey, who was living in his mother's basement. How did I know that? How did I know he was living in his this is the kind of person who made the AI video too, of Megan the Stallion. We will see. But this sounds just like some guy who does that, some loser that does that. Okay, and his 70-year-old mother, 70-year-old mother. He also, okay, uh, the gruesome murder took place December 4th, 2023, while Humphrey, who was living in his mother's basement, was playing with PlayStation he received from his mother. He got it uh, from his mother for his 47th birthday. Tell me this is not classic stupid people doing stupid things. Here is this dude living with his 70-year-old mother in her basement. She gives him a PlayStation for his 47th birthday. She complains about how loud he's playing it, and he kills her. He stabs her 22 times. He almost cuts her head off. And then he sets her body on fire. When she allegedly complained about the volume of the game, prosecutors said he stabbed her 22 times and nearly decapitated her. Following the brutal stabbing, he allegedly lit his mother's body on fire in the home while he was still inside. According to NBC Boston, the fire was still raging when the police responded to the scene. Authorities said Humphrey was found at the bottom of the basement stairs holding a knife with a self-inflicted wound. This this is, as I said in my more than a decade on the bench, one of the most brutal murders that I have presided over, said Judge William Delker. According to WMUR, the brutality of the crime simply makes it too dangerous not to impose a very lengthy state prison sentence. Yeah, you need to do that, Judge. Because if he is so temperamental, so easily triggered, that his 70-year-old, sweet little 70-year-old mother who bought him the PlayStation complains about the volume of it, and he goes into a rage, stabs her 22 times, almost decapitates her, and then tries to set her and the house on fire. Yeah, I think you might need to keep him in prison for a good little spell. Society needs to know that he will not be on the streets, if you know what I mean. Wow. Tell me the people out there are not, the stupid people are not doing too stupid things. That's crazy. Wow. That's mind blowing. All right. That is it for Coffee and the Tea today. Thank you for stopping by. I'll see you next time. Bye.